how can you change your beliefs about yourself? How can you improve your self-belief and really just start to feel amazing about you? Increase your confidence and really start to believe that you can accomplish anything. It's actually really easy. What you have to check out is your story, your personal story, the story that you tell yourself about yourself, and everybody has one. The question is, what's yours? What do you tell yourself about you? Do you say, I'm the kid that never got love from my parents? Do you say, I'm the person that failed at 3 businesses in a row and I can never make it? Do you say, I'm the guy or girl that, I'll never find true love because I've had a few relationships and they all failed? Or I always seem to mess up? Or is it something along the lines of, I'm a winner at life. Everything I touch turns into gold. All my projects are successful, even if maybe they're not. But you still say that because that's your story. Maybe that's just what you believe. See, beliefs don't have to be rational or grounded in reality. They're mostly emotional and irrational. So you really get to choose which one you want to have. And based on the story that you tell yourself about you, you'll have an experience, a reality. It's almost like a filter that you'll see the world through, like these sunglasses right here. I could put on some sunglasses that make everything look dreadful. Just some full-on black, dark shades where I can barely see when I'm walking around, and then sadly a lot of people are wearing them unconsciously in their mind as a belief. Or you could have something that brightens up the world, makes it sparkly and blue. It's really whatever you're into, and that's the thing, it's your choice. Nobody can tell you which self-belief you have to have. And even if they do, you still get to choose. You're in control here. This is one of the few things in your life where you ultimately can change at any time, and you can really decide to have whatever it is that you want as your self-belief, as your story. And the great thing is, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Well, it's a great thing if you have a great story. If you have a bad story, it's actually miserable. But if you tell yourself a story that says, you know what? I have this quality. I'm capable of accomplishing this. I've had these successes so far, even if they're few and far in between. You could still start to stack them up in your favor instead of against you. Because most people, they look for proof that they suck because their story is, I suck. So they find lots of proof in their life about how much they suck, and then they start sucking even more. And I don't think there's really any need for you to suck or have a bad life or really have a bad experience at all, because if you decide and if you choose, you may very well have a great experience, enjoy yourself, and have a happy life. So write down your story. Write out one sentence that tells you who you are. Change that self-belief, that automatic programming that a lot of people are carrying and they're not even aware of it. See, I didn't realize when I was younger that I was telling myself that I was depressed, that I had social anxiety, that nobody wanted to be friends with me, or that I couldn't speak on camera, or that I couldn't be a public speaker, or that I couldn't help people, or all those stories that I used to tell myself. But what I did realize was that once you change that story, you will be empowered. So I started to become aware of the stories that I was telling myself about me. And I started changing them. I started growing. Recently, I started telling myself that I'm an investor and I make passive income while I sleep. So it started happening. I wonder, how crazy is that? That whatever you tell yourself you are, whatever you truly believe, whatever you put on as the filter is what will determine how you see the world. So I'm asking you to make a choice and make a decision. If you want self-belief, if you want to believe in yourself, if you're asking me, how can I believe in myself? My answer to you is, change that story that keeps running, because it's like an operating system. If you have a crappy operating system, no matter how great the hardware is, it's gonna crash. If it's undeveloped, not finished, has a bunch of bugs, it's a decision to keep that flawed operating system running. And you can quit it at any time. So if you decide right now that those old beliefs aren't serving you anymore, if you decide that, hey, it's not working, I don't like it, you can make a decision to change it. And if you already like it, you can improve it. Perhaps you've been telling yourself that, I'm moderately successful. I'm the kind of person, I have a small business. And maybe you really have a dream about running a large one. Or maybe you're a junior executive and you want to be a senior one. It could be that simple. Change what you're telling yourself. Change what you're telling yourself, and your reality will change. Change your filter, okay? And all of a sudden, the world changes. Your reality changes. Your experience will change for you. But it starts with that decision. It starts with swapping out that belief, that story about yourself. Because that's really what becomes the self-fulfilling prophecy in your life. And eventually ends up leading into the results that you have. And once you change the story, the reality will change. Just give it some time. Just a little bit of time. There's a little bit of a delay, a lag, if you like. Take some time to install the new system. And once that's done, it'll be running. You'll make progress. You'll create breakthroughs in your life like never before. And you'll be shocked at the level of achievement that you can really reach with your new operating system, with your new self-belief.